What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to do like a full walkthrough and on-water review of the Cresent Kayaks UltraLite platform. This is a smaller, like, light tackle. There's the light tackle, the CK1, and the UltraLite. Because I am doing the walkthrough and the on-water review at the same video, I'm not going to make it extremely long walkthrough. Just so you know, I do have some pros and I do have some cons. I did leave chapters in this video. You could fast forward to the end and see the final thoughts and the cons. I'm doing the deck walkthrough, the hull walkthrough, and the on-water review. If you guys, I know my videos get a little longer, so that way it could help you guys fast forward through. If you look at the video, you can see blocks of where I've added chapters to this. So yeah, go ahead and check that out now if you're getting tired of already hearing me talk and want to fast forward to the on-water review, or listen to my cons of the boat. Yeah, this boat's very narrow. It narrows up right here. Yeah. So it is a little more less stable up there, but it handles the river well. Like, I like how it kind of zips around. Where you look over at the light tackle's got more, the width carries all the way out, and that thing's super stable. That thing's like a beast going down through rapids like this. You feel very stable. But with this one, you kind of want to pick and choose your lines a little better. But it's smaller, so it goes through better lines. It's so good for just kind of getting out a day like this, where you're just going to do like a leisure float down the river. On this trip is an actual professional pro angler, kayak angler, so if he ain't catching anything and I ain't catching anything, I feel a little better. These are kiss-offs in the boat. This is not a scupper. It has one scupper here and one scupper in the tank well. So the reason they call it the UltraLite is because it is kind of like a throw and go type. You know, at 46 pounds without the seat, you can easily toss this on top of a car, in the back of a truck, and you're good to go. So when you do want to get up on it and get some speed, it flows, it tracks well through the water. Pretty good. You can see with me stop paddling here, it tracks really good downriver like this. And it's because of how narrow it comes back. It comes back at a nice narrow point. It pierces the water well. It does have this thing does have a keel line running from bow to stern. But I enjoy paddling the UltraLite. I'm still more of a fan of the CK1, but I do like the UltraLite for what it is. I think if you just want something a lot lighter, a lot easier to get around, it's really good. It's got internal storage where the CK1 doesn't have that internal storage. I do like that. When it comes to basic rapids right here, this boat goes extremely well through like basic rapids. Obviously, you don't want to take it over anything like class 2 plus. Borderline 3 doesn't have as much rocker as the CK1. CK1's a little better all around for downriver. You can see how this one's a little lower in the front. Put it on its edge a little bit. Eddies out nicely. See the eddy in the middle? I'm going to obtain over to that eddy. How about that? Pretty easy. The hull's nicely designed to take on water flow like that. Very easy. Obviously, you get it on its side, you're risking flipping. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's start the walkthrough now. Okay, to give you guys a little idea, this is the Crescent Kayaks UltraLite. The specs on this thing, I'll put the specs up on the screen, but the specs are 10'2". It comes in at 30 inches wide, which is short for a premium wreck fishing kayak. But the best thing is this thing comes in under 50 pounds, and I think that's under 50 pounds without the seat installed. So you're looking around about 46, 47 pounds. So I'll have the specs over there on the side. This color is the dark color. I think it's the dark, I just call it green or lime, but there are several other colors. I don't know all the colors right offhand, but yeah, let's go ahead and let's start in the stern and work our way up. First off, you have a nice rubberized drain plug, molded in drain plug. Highly recommend rolling it in. I love this, molded in drain plugs. Nice injected molded handle into insert, bungee installed back here. These are adjustable. Just like the CK1, these are adjustable. I do have my watershed dry bag in here. These do not come on here. These are my Yak Attack rod holders, one for bait casting, one for spinning. I will leave links where you can pick some of these up, by the way. This is into mighty mounts. These mighty mounts are installed on here. Let me show you guys how a mighty mount works. You see that? I can take that off, and that's how a mighty mount works, just for you. I will leave some Yak Attack products in the description there, and yet you can move it around. 2 mighty mounts, more things for bungee back here. The seat fits down inside these little grooves right here, and it uses this latch. 2 side handles, once again injected molded into inserts, very nice and sturdy, do not hang up for hooks, very nice. Traction pads in the front. The traction pads up here are not installed. These are an aftermarket accessory. I will leave where you can pick these up. My Nalgene bottle fits nicely right there. There are scupper plugs that go in that. Yak Attack gear tracks both sides. These are the roto grips. I'll leave links where you can pick up some roto grips. You see how it holds my paddle nicely? I like that. You can turn these roto grips like that and run it in like that, just like that. Nice, sturdy, adjustable foot braces. Nice kiss offs right there to add rigid in the hole. You can stand in this, but it's not a very good standing platform. I'm going to show you guys some more bungee up here that also doubles as a paddle park, but check this out. This thing has internal storage. I do wish it had some sort of little cord holding that hatch on, because if I pull that off, but it does have internal storage that's not very big. You can fit maybe a hammock, you can fit a small dry bag and all that down in there. Not a big fan. You got to watch your bungee. These bungees are bad for hooks to hook up on. This handle's another injected molded handle, very nicely up in the front. Let's roll it over and look at the bottom. There you go. This is number one. This is Crescent's kind of design. It's not as bulbous of a nose as what you see on the light tackle or the CK1. This is more keel. That's why this boat tracks so well. Very sturdy made. This thing is extremely sturdy made and has a nice keel here. But yeah, that's my quick walkthrough of the boat. I don't know what else molded in there. Crescent molded in there, Crescent molded in there, so it doesn't have to have the graphics on it. I gave you a lot of pros throughout the video. Here's the cons of the video of the boat that I didn't like about it. Number one, the cons: it doesn't have a sacrificial skid plate or wheel back here on the bottom, so if you had to drag this boat, you will wear it down very fast. I wish it had a skid plate back there. That's something I wish that Crescent would experiment with, at least getting some skid plates. Moving on, it doesn't have molded in rod holders, and I'm kind of love and hate with the molded in rod holders. It does have these mighty mounts, so you can add things to it, but you know, it's just an aftermarket accessory. You do have to buy rod holders for it. My number one pet peeve with this boat is this seat. This seat just never feels like it fits tight enough. I had to mod my seat pretty good to get it to sit down in there. It just never feels like it's tight. It's a comfortable seat, don't get me wrong. It's a very comfortable sitting seat. It just does not feel like it's very sturdy in there. Another con, but then, you know, it's also a pro and a con. It is the initial stability, you got to be careful standing in this platform. The initial stability, you will go over fast. You will flip this thing in a second, just so you know. But then also what makes it, being narrow and having that non-initial, where it doesn't have as much initial stability, it's very smooth paddling downriver. So that's kind of a pro and a con, is the initial stability. You gotta be on it. And the weight limit on this, I would say the weight limit, Crescent has it up to 350 pounds, but I think anyone over, I'm about 185, and I feel I'm on the upper weight range of this boat. I think if you get around 200 to 250, you get the light tackle, don't get the ultralight. Also, this hatch I think could have been bigger. I mean, you can't fit no more than just like a small tent, or you can't fit fishing rods, you can't fit paddles, you can't fit light vests. Very small on the storage, but it is the ultralight, so I'm not going to knock it too much on having such a small hatch. These hooks are really bad for your fishing line to get hooked up. When I lay a rod here, it seems like my fishing line always hang up in these stupid hooks. I hate these hooks. I wish they'd do something different. Honestly, I would probably take all of this off. If this was my boat, I'd remove that. I don't see a reason for that. Overall, the pros far outweigh the cons on this boat. I really like this boat a lot. So final thoughts on this: I think this is a great platform. I think Crescent, once again, knocked it out of the park. They nailed it with this. This fits that. You got the light tackle, you got the CK1, and you got the ultralight. And I think that fits the gap right there at the bottom. If the CK1's too much for you, get you an ultralight. You guys leave in the comments below what you think of this boat, if this is something that you picked up, or you got any questions on this boat. I can help you with this, and I will see you guys on the water. Peace out.